she fell in love with him. In love. So just that little gesture made her start to cling on to him. Like, why so clingy? She didn't know or care how he must have felt about it. You want to help me. You are there for me, so I'm going to cling on to you because there's no one else like you. My royal babes, the Korean drama Doona. So this when he first came to the house. She's a chain smoker. Like, that's all her excitement. That's her entertainment, smoking. It's so sad. She doesn't take care of herself. Her room is a mess, dirty. She's such a beautiful girl too. But that's what depression does to you. I think here, the manager did not respond to her phone calls, so she was crying again and again and again. Like, she was so sad that she made herself sick. So this is where she felt like, he can be somebody I can be with. He seems to be a good person, you see. And she started becoming clingy. You see? So she was there every single time. Have you eaten breakfast? Do you want to eat with me? Like, it's just too much. She just kept staring at him. Imagine if it was a guy. Seriously, this is scary. If she wasn't beautiful, it would have been. You see, he's just rejecting her on the face because this is too much for any guy. Way too much. You see? This is when he made her lose his job. She made him. And because she really had nothing to do, because she was like in exile, kind of. She didn't know people had lives to live. You see? Stop calling me like a lost girl. But this is what people with this kind of attachment styles do not like. Feeling abandoned again. They do everything not to feel abandoned. Yeah, she's very violent too. She actually was about to hit that guy who was making fun of him, his head. Like, once they feel like you are their person, they can go extreme lengths, and that's very scary. That's the lack of boundaries. Yeah, the jealousy. You just literally knew him. So being so possessive is crazy. She's very seductive and she knows it. You can easily become attached to somebody who is bad for you. The lack of boundaries. She knows that he likes somebody else, but once she feels something, she has to do it. That's why people were saying that she just does what she wants and she's selfish. And it's true. This time, she had left him. She had the other guy. You see him? He came back, and so she left him and went to the other guy. And he kept calling her 15 times. She didn't respond. Like, it's only about her, how she feels. If in the moment it's good for her, she just go for it. Look, she just left him there. I felt so bad for him. Like, what? And then she came back again saying that, oh, he's the one I like. You see, that's why he was saying all that. I felt so bad for him. And people like that, they fall in love so quickly. At least they think it's love. And she kept holding on. At least you see, that's why she's saying that here. Because he abandoned her when she became a celebrity. Because he felt like he was not good enough for her and it's not going to work. Even though he pushed her to go and sing. But yeah, he abandoned her and then she felt the same thing that everybody has done to her with him, even though she thought he would never leave her. But I don't. Well, spoiler. That's a spoiler, so I'm not going to say anything. If you want to know what actually happens in the end, you have to watch the movie. That's why I said that she actually needs God. Because once you know you have God on your side, you don't really need human beings to stay there. Like, of course, who doesn't need human beings? Like, we want to be around human beings. It's natural. But then you don't actually need them like your God. You don't see human beings as your God because you know you have God already. I made a video on how to have a relationship with God, and I'll put it up. And I also have a free ebook about the unconditional love of God and how to find true love. All you need to do is click the link in the description and then sign up to the newsletter, and then the free ebook is all yours. You can learn how to have a true relationship with God. And a relationship with God is two ways. You cannot keep on sinning, you cannot keep on doing things to hurt your own soul and expect God to keep on forgiving you. Because how do you say you love God when you keep on hurting him? So this abandonment issues, it's not just Doona who has experienced it. Even in the Bible, there are Bible characters that have experienced it. Hagar, for instance, when Sarah, her madam, was treating her so bad that she fled away into the desert. And then God approached her and asked her what she was doing in the desert. And she told God everything, the angel of God, for God. And then God said that he's with her, and then she's going to give birth into a mighty warrior. And his name is going to be Ishmael. So yeah, so she named that place that she was, God sees. So even when you feel abandoned by everybody, God still sees you. Joseph, who was abandoned by his family, his brothers wanted to kill him, and then they sold him into slavery. But God was always with him. Even when he went into prison and felt like nobody was there, God did not abandon him. And then later he became the second greatest man in Egypt. Jeremiah, who is the weeping prophet, he was so young, and then he had to be prophesying to the Israelites about the impending doom if they do not repent from their sins, and they did not mind him. They even put him in a well, and he was always in torment. Nobody liked him. David, when he was always escaping from his enemies, even though he was anointed king, how long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? I made a video on the waiting season. I felt exactly like David, and I still do, and I'll link it above. The story of Doona is so much like Nevertheless, the story of Nabi. So if you want to see similarities, people have talked about similarities a lot, and I made the video on Nevertheless. So please watch the video before this, or just click the link above and then you'll get into that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
For God so loved you that he gave his only son, so you and I will believe in him and not perish, but have everlasting life.